Okay guys, welcome. In this video I will show you how to use FCR to shooting Hellfire on AH-64 Apache from the pilot set, from there, okay? First of all, you have to load the air type of Hellfire, indicated with Lima when you do your payload. Air-to-ground missile, this AGM L Lima, okay? I've just loaded. Then I show you how to bind, which kind of key you have to bind for the pilot. Also, what we have binded for the gunner, we have to bind FCR scan switch C continuous, FCR scan switch S single, then FCR scan sights switch up, down, left and right to increase or decrease the scanning size of the radar. Then, of course, the cursor enter the press and the axis for the cursor. I've binded on analogic axis, okay? And the last thing is sight select switch FCR left. This is a bind to activate your FCR, okay? So we're ready to take off. And sorry for I'm not a good pilot of helicopter, but I will try. Okay, we're checking for the shooting range to show you how properly shoot from pilot seat. You can also use George, but it does all automatically, so no fun for you. And I want to give you some fun. Okay, active poses now. Okay, the first thing now, the scanning radar is bore side. If I start to perform a scan, I have to select FCR. You see the FCR is active now, and I perform a continuous scan. You see, these are our enemies there. You see there. If you see around is a moving vehicle, if you see a rectangle is a truck, and so on. So if I want to shoot, it's very simple. I have to move the armament safe to arm, choose the Hellfire with properly selector. You have just bind it for your normal flight, I think on Apache. When you see big, not dotted square, you're ready to fire. And this is so simple. The first target is the target in the triangle. The secondary target is the target in the diamond. But shall we try? And target. Okay? Very simple. I'll show you some more option now. If you want to go to the next target, you can press there, next target selection, or NTS. If you press, you see the target is moving a little bit for acquire to the Hellfire tracking the target, and then we are ready to shoot the next target. Of course, you have to bind the weapon trigger first detent to shoot. I've binded two, first and second detent, okay? Press a little bit and then you see the Hellfire shot. Wonderful. I'll show you something more. You can select also with your cursor the target. you have to move the cursor over the target and then click cursor depress. You've just bind. And as you see, the system track the target you choose. When the big square is like this, you can shoot. Wonderful Hellfire. Perfect. I'll show you something important. The difference between continuous tracking, this, and single tracking. You remember? This to bind. FCR scan switch continuous and FCR scan switch single. When you are on Copilot, you have seen in another video I published that in FCR mode with FCR active, I can move the radar to the left, I can move the radar front and to the right. And this is the limit. Okay? And when the pilot is moving the aircraft, you can move this before start tracking. And when you want, you can start tracking like that. One difference, you don't have here the way to move the radar, okay? And the radar, as you can see from outside, now I will show you, is physically moving. You see? This big bulb over the heli is moving. So we're tracking front side, left side, and so on. We can do that as a pilot in the pilot seat. So we expect this big bob will go bore side, and when we turn on FCR, we turn on FCR with this bind, side select switch FCR. Automatically, you see the dot in the center at 179, exactly bore side. If we perform a scan, you see the enemy in front of us. But now I start. Go out from active pose is very difficult for me. Now I'm moving and I'm performing continuous scan. Take a look at the dot. She's scanning to the left. She is continue to scanning to the left. Now I pause again. And the radar is locked in this position. Just because if this kind of feature was moved from the gunner, it was more easy to continue tracking the right area. But if now I want to track in front of me, you have to remember you stop scanning with the same button you start scanning and perform the scan again. Now the radar tracking bore side in this direction. At the same way, if I moving to the left and I'm moving to the enemy, okay, active poses again, you see the radar is tracking to the right. You will see better in this view. Okay, you see it's tracking to the right. So you have to remember, you have to shut down the scanning. And look at this, when I shut down, the radar go bore side again, I perform again a scanning, and now is bore side. For these reasons, I suggest you to use not continuous scan, as I prefer when I am on copilot seat, gunner seat. Is better single scan. For this reason, because the radar go bore side every time the scan is performed. So every time you perform a scan, you will find bore side again. It's more simple to do than to explain, I'm sure. Now, oh, whoa, 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 whoa! I need a trim reset, perhaps? Okay. So, single scan performed and bore side. Single scan and bore side. Now the Hellfire is tracking. I'm over the target. Too near. Not good for the radar. It's not good tracking. So I'm moving a little bit out the weapon range area, and I will show you again. But it's very simple. No, nothing complicated. If you open the George command, George do everything for you. Hellfire, okay. If in this way, in this mode, track an enemy, you just choose enemy and George shooting automatically. I really don't like that. I prefer do manually. It's more fun, it's more engaging. So this way for me is better. And it's simple. It's difficult to explain, point everything and do whatever. I need to explain this technique properly with my poor English, you know. I'm Italian. In Italy we make some good pizza, spaghetti too, but no speaking English. I'm sorry, we're sorry. If you come to Italy you have to learn Italian. Sorry, we're sorry. Okay, active pause again, just to show you a little bit more. Now you see it's bore side, tracking. Oh, not good bore side. Okay. I select the Hellfire. Perform a tracking. Stop there. FCR selected. Stop there. You see? I come back to this view. FCR selected. Perform a scan. I better could choose before the kind of target I need to shoot with the scheme. The A is both flight, moving and fixed. B scheme is fixed for this kind of target not moving, and C prioritize the moving target. B is great for this kind of mission. FCR, we perform again a single scan. Great. Now I repeat, I could move on next target, or I can choose manually Perfect. And now, come on! Boom! Great work, great work. Okay. And that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have fun with Apache, with FCR. We have really a monster on the air. It's a flying tanks with great properties. And I'm sure you fly the Apache better than me. And that's all. If you enjoyed this video, please share with your friends. Thumbs up. This fuel me to make another video. On the link at the end of this video you can find the tutorial to use Hellfire FCR guided from Copilot. And don't forget to subscribe the channel. Great work. Again, thank you and see you on the next video.